Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
High and full of thoughts. How are you?
Thoughts. I'm good.
That's good.
A little hungry.
I'm Jen.
I'm Neal.
I blew it. We're millennials. We watch reality television. We're in a relationship. I'm Canadian. You're not.
I am not Sorry.
I'm a teacher.
I'm not a teacher, but that doesn't define you.
Thank you. Your employment doesn't define you. We just watched the Love is Blind weddings.
Yeah. Drip, drip, drip feeding us along.
One episode? I don't care if it's an hour and 16 minutes or whatever it was, so it's like almost the length of a movie. One episode, Netflix?
Like they should have, because we saw most of the first wedding last episode. They should have not done that. Taken that footage and put it with this, added a little bit more footage and done two 40-minute episodes.
No, ew. Two 40-minute episodes? That would be shorter. Wait. That would be the same length.
No, that would be an additional 20 minutes to what we got.
40 minutes plus 40 minutes.
Is 80 minutes. Oh, wait, that is the same. You're right.
Hello?
Do 250.
Remember how last night you were like, I can do mental math. It's the only thing I got going for me.
2 plus 2 equals 7, obviously.
I'm the one who's not supposed to know math. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning.
You don't want to party.
You're like, you get to use my famous line. Get it together.
We can't say what that is. Excuse me.
Yes, we can.
It's an identifier.
It's Signal Hill.
Yes.
The Briar is in Newfoundland this year.
Yeah.
The curling. We also like sports. And by we, I mean Neal, but I actually do love curling. I've never been curling. I'm afraid I would break my knee trying to get the knee that has to slide across the ice, like onto the ice.
I would be brushing, and then the brush would break. And I'd get impaled on
Oh my gosh, that's exactly like a classic horror movie, like fall on the sword, fall on the spike. Yeah. Yes.
I thought
there are so many horror movies coming out this month. It's bonkers.
Gushu plays tonight again. I thought he played this afternoon. Yes, we love horror movies. High pipe. Also, we're going to see Scream this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Woot woot.
I'm so upset that everyone hates it.
But it's making a ton of money.
Is it time to retire, though?
But it's making a ton of money, so they're obviously going to bleed the franchise
dry. Blood from a turnip, right?
It's the opposite of... Well, no, it's not the opposite of I Know What You Did Last Summer, because everyone hated that movie too, but it just didn't make any money.
But people didn't ask for that. People didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, when Scream 4 came out, I feel like people cared. And were like, yeah, we'll jump back on this bandwagon.
Scream 4 was great.
Scream 4 was great. I liked it a lot. I saw that in theaters, I remember.
Scream 5 I thought was great too because of the reveal at the end.
Spoiler alert.
Like who the killers were.
I don't remember. 5 and 6 blur together for me. Right? 6 is already out? This is 7?
Yeah, 6 was...
5 and 6.
I thought 6 was too obvious who the killers were.
Anyway, Love is Blind.
Yes, Love is Blind weddings. We picked up with Emma and Mike.
This is the most, and if you've watched or listened to us for a long time, I should say, you know my feelings and my wording when I say a couple is foundationally incompatible, and this season have like the most foundationally incompatible people.
Oh, by far.
Like the quantity of them. Like obviously the most incompatible, and is always the example I use, is the couple where she was in the military and he thought the existence of the military was like ethically wrong.
Yes.
He felt it like morally part of his ethos was like, it's wrong that the military exists.
Yes.
So you are never going to reconcile that.
No.
Well, we start with Emma and Mike. Mike, who 100% knows he wants to be a father. Emma, who is 50-50. You can't reconcile that.
And she said yes at the end of episode 11.
Last week. Yes. He says no.
He says no. He doesn't want to get married, but that they'll still be together. But as we know, no one ever actually stays together if they don't get married on this show.
But I feel like that's a real life thing too. Because when you see, I'm going to say real life and then say, when you see in movies, like if someone proposes on a television show or a movie, like a drama, and the person says no, they usually break up.
But this is a higher chance because the second this wedding is over, you lose your shared space. So now you have to go back to living.
And maybe you live 2 hours apart.
Maybe somebody
you
lives
never
in
see
Columbus,
this
somebody
person
lives
again.
in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So that just ratchets it up.
True.
Once you
Very
realize,
true.
oh, I have to travel.
But like if you proposed to me today and I said, no, I'm not ready to marry you, but I still want to be together, would you be like, no? Like if you're not ready to marry me, bye?
Like, are you saying to me as like a contestant or
No, like in real life right now. If you proposed to me today and said, and I said no, but I still want to be with you. Okay. To paint a picture, Neal is petting my head as he says that. I understand you're trying to be sweet right now, but I'm trying to put us in the shoes of a person whose proposal gets turned down. You don't typically come back from that.
But also, here's the thing. I think that's if you talk about it beforehand and you're you're not saying, oh, I can't wait to get married. I can't wait to get married. And then the guy proposes and she's like, nah. Well, he should have realized she doesn't want to get married. So then he can't be mad. So
right.
I think if,
yeah, so you felt in this case, so going back to like the baby scenario, you felt Mike shouldn't even have gone to the altar because you knew she's not 100%.
No, and I said this when it happened. This is the reason Netflix amended in season 6 or whatever.
Basically forcing them to the altar.
You don't have to go to the altar anymore if you don't think you're going to say yes.
Right.
So he knew she was not 100% certain on having kids, so I think that was just a waste of everybody's time.
Correct. And that there's no way they're going to be together after this.
No. There's zero chance they're still together at the reunion next week.
Where do we go next?
Next, what did they go to Devontae?
And Ashley, Devontae. You're right, Devontae and Ashley. Well, we can go there next. I can't remember the order of them and Vic and
was it 2
or not Vic? I keep calling. What's that guy's name? I don't know either of their names actually.
Who?
Well, exactly. Amber
and Jordan.
I can't.
It's funny because Jordan last season had a kid. Jordan this season is getting with a girl with a kid.
Oh, I should remember that.
Yeah.
My ex-husband cheated on me with a girl named Jordan.
Well,
that's part of the lore.
Since we're talking about them, Jordan and Amber, they get up
I can't. Yeah, I can't.
He's
remember.
like panicking the entire
like
lead.
full crying on the drive there, like the definition of cold feet. Gets out of the car immediately, hugs a family member, and says, "I don't know what to do." So like, he is the definition of haven't made his mind up. Like
right.
Genuinely, he is conflicted on sight.
And then she's the opposite. She's
full
in, ready to say yes, no hesitation, anything.
Goes on and on about him at the altar, which I kind of feel awkward. It's almost like she's giving a presentation about him. She's not speaking to him. She's speaking about him. The things she said were really beautiful, but she's like, Jordan is this. And I'm like, Jordan's right there.
Yeah.
Say it to him.
But she gives him an out.
Literally. She says, I do, but I get it if you don't.
Right.
It's a lot to take on. I have a kid.
Him.
Yeah, it's okay if you say no. So holy shit. when he says,
What was his exact wording? Like,
I want to say I do, so I do, or something. He was like acknowledging that he wants to follow his heart, and his heart wants him to say I do. So we're like, but, and he's like,
he said, I'm going to follow my heart.
yeah,
And say I do. So I do. Yeah.
yeah. So
we
thought it was going to be like, but I can't follow my heart, the logistics, blah, blah, blah.
99% of the show, if you start by saying anything but I do, it's a
I
no.
don't. Right, exactly.
He just sent it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're together at 3.
Absolutely not. So let's talk about them.
Okay.
Because these are the ones I have big opinions on.
And we've talked before this about...
Extensively.
Yes.
Foundationally, they couldn't be less compatible.
Right.
He, out of all of the dudes, is like not ready to settle down with a child, and she has a built-in, already fully formed child.
Yes.
You can't... He likes the bars.
Well, that's my point.
Yes, go.
We visited her house that she bought.
Beautiful house in the burbs.
Completely renovated, right by her school. Super nice house. Hour away from the city.
1 hour.
And he's like, I need to be close to the city. I need to be in the city. I need the bars. I need sports entertainment. Like,
and here's my thing. When we were just talking bars, I'm like, you're an idiot. You're not ready to get married. Then he brought up, I want to be near sporting events and concerts. Fair.
Yes.
You want to do fun things. You're in your 30s. Good. I want to do fun things too. I cry sometimes because we don't live somewhere where there's a zoo.
Yeah.
Like, listen.
It's totally fair.
There's things you want to do. However, we're talking an hour away from those things.
Yes.
So if you were talking concerts and sports, even if you attended them regularly, you're talking about once a week. So you can't drive once every weekend to go see a game or to go see a concert.
Right.
So that means it's more than once a week, which means what you're really talking about does just boil down to, I don't want to be far away from the downtown nightlife. Yes. I don't want to, it boils down to the bars. Because anything else you can logistically still attend.
Right.
Being an hour away.
Like where I was in Illinois.
You were in the suburbs in Illinois.
It would take an hour to drive to basically anything deep into the city.
Yeah, if you're going to football, you're going to baseball, you're going to a concert, it's going to take you an hour. And this is coming from someone who hates driving and hates traveling and grew up in a rural place where everything is 5 minutes away. So, like, it's not normal to have to drive 30 minutes to go to work. Like, I get to work in 7 minutes or less.
Right.
Like, it's not normal to have a 45-minute commute every day. And an hour to go see events is, like, lovely to me.
Which is funny because here's Chicago in a nutshell. If we were to go from my parents to the United Center to see a concert or the Chicago Bulls, it'd be like a 40-minute drive. If we were, which is in Chicago. If we were to go see the Bears, it'd be an hour and a half in the same city.
That's gross.
Just because of the amount of... And they're
so, like, I recognize that, too, is that they might be somewhere where it's not, like, it's Soldier Field versus the United Center.
Oh, that's... The Ohio cities aren't that big.
I would think not, right?
Chicago's massive, but also Chicago has the worst traffic in the world.
But even his family was like, compromise.
Yes.
Like find something in between.
But like at that point, if you move 15 minutes closer to the city...
Right.
Like, no, that's just,
Now she's just uprooted from her school.
Yeah.
I don't really know what compromise will look like for them. I almost wish they were, and now we'll get into the preview. I almost wish they were still together at the reunion so I could hear the logistics of that. But in the very short reunion preview they showed us at the end, Amber legitimately, like, storms off the stage.
So I think that's either with him or Chris.
Oh, you think she would definitely get into it with Chris.
Yes.
But do you think she'd cry and swear and walk away because of
Probably
Chris?
not. No, I think
Like,
so.
she
And she really
she can
only, it
handle
was
Chris.
just Jordan the whole show. So yeah, I think
She's like, I told you not to say that, is what she says.
I have a feeling they get back to the real world. They lose their shared space. He just won't compromise. They're done.
Right away.
Just a month, 2 months, 3 months.
And what does he do? Reveal too much about what the aftermath looks like, and they had some agreement on what would and would not be shared?
That would be my guess, or something about the kid.
I don't know. I don't think he'd say anything about the kid if they discussed, like, don't say this about the kid.
Yeah, then they probably wouldn't show it.
Right. That's why I don't think it can be. It can be about their living in general. I don't think it's going to be about the kid specifically.
So we have no faith in that.
Correct, is what we're saying. Another foundationally, you can't. He wants to party still, and she has, like, a whole ass child.
Well, okay, so the next foundational difference is Devante,
right? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
You have such trouble with his name that it makes me feel like I'm wrong for knowing it because I never remember names. And Ashley.
He's not good enough to remember.
We get to their segment and they are sitting on a couch.
Never a good sign.
Oh boy, this doesn't look like a wedding venue, says Neal.
So he basically says he's not ready to get married because he has self-doubt and he can't get married if he's doubting himself. She's in, like, I don't know if she's in denial.
Delulu land.
Delulu land. How she's like, because they are still together even though they're not getting married.
She's like, we're in love and this isn't the end.
I'm going to get married to him someday. He's my person. And he's like,
I don't like her. Every time he comes to us, he's like, she's like my shadow. I'm like, I go change my shirt and I'm like, hey, you didn't have to follow me. I'm just changing my shirt. Like, he hates her.
Foundational difference.
She's clingy.
Yes.
And he doesn't have an affectionate bone in his body. You can't reconcile that.
Right.
He cannot train himself to be more like open with his words. He's never going to brag about you to his friends. He's never going to put on the PDA. He's never going to be that person. And she shouldn't have to be the girl who gives that up.
Right.
You know, like, she's been convincing herself for episodes, oh, I just have to get used to the fact that you don't, like, voice your appreciation of me with work. Like, you don't give me compliments. And I just have to be okay with that. No, you don't. You have to find someone who gives you compliments if that matters to you. And, like, honestly, that's kind of base level. So, Devante, I don't know who you're going to find that is okay with the fact that you don't give compliments. And you don't even seem attracted to the person. He's also not attracted to her. He's never dated a woman of color as a person of color. So again, you were never going to reconcile that. So the fact that he was stringing her along, why? Why not just break up on camera? He wanted to break up with her.
Yeah. Also, like, his exes have come out against him on social media, right? Or in X.
He's got a lot.
Yes.
His most recent ex is like, hey, we broke up in December and he is now engaged with a child on the way. And this is the third time he's been engaged because obviously he was engaged to Ashley and he was engaged, like, before the show.
So, like, in a year.
That's a lot of girls.
Yes. That's a lot of times to be engaged.
It's a lot of relationships. Not just girls. You can have your girls. It's a lot of full-blown relationships. Also, Mike is apparently a serial cheater. So, like, Emma, you dodged a bullet. Which is, like, so crazy to me that the serial cheater is the guy who's like, I want to settle down and I know I'll be the best dad. Like, shut up. Maybe you don't deserve it.
So we have 1 yes, 2 didn't. No.
Well, a no, and we didn't even make it there.
And Breezy and Connor aren't getting married. So there's 1 for 4. We don't have any hope for any of the 4. So next we go to Alex and...
Is she also Ashley? Oh, God, who have I been calling Brittany Ashley.
Brittany Ashley.
Devontae and Brittany. I just remember that she had a really white name, which I was like, Devontae definitely thought she was white AF, and that's the only reason he chose her.
Right.
So we've been talking about the breakup between Devontae and Brittany. Now let's move on to Ashley and Alex.
Which this was like a bait and switch on the lead up, right? Because she is like, just swooning over him.
Acting like she's getting ready for her wedding day. Like, well, I mean, she seems gung-ho. You say, holy crap, are we going to have another, like, girl says yes first, and then they let the guy speak and he says no.
And she even says, like, at the end of her little promo, he's going to say no, though, because I'm not his type.
Yeah.
So then he gets shown. I didn't listen to, like, anything he said, because he just lies about everything.
He says nothing.
Yes.
I've never seen a man say so much, and it means so little.
Yeah. So.
I don't even think he's in a salesman voice at all times.
Oh, yes.
I don't think he even knows what he's saying. I don't think he knows who he is. I don't think he is a person on the inside. I think he's just a shell.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about his mom?
If I, as a bride, walk into the church and see that my husband-to-be's mother, for her mother of the groom dress, has chosen head to toe, like, inch circumference sequins for her dress, all over silver, by the way, so like as close to white as you can get without being white. Head to toe sparkle, big sparkle, halter top neck. Listen. I see you, Midwestern moms who love their sons a little too much. I see you. That's the kind of mom who would try to stop the wedding. But she doesn't need to. Why? Because she doesn't need to. Why? You're not in this with me today.
Because he's going to say no.
He doesn't get to. I'm trying to segue to what happens next.
Oh, I wasn't. So
listening to me? I
was
know.
listening. I thought.
I wasn't done with my mom rant?
Yes.
No, I'm done.
Very abrupt ending there.
No, it was an excellent segue, actually.
She doesn't need to. Well, we fast forward to the altar, and did they have the woman go first every time?
I think she says, like, hey, I'll go first.
Okay.
Because, like, Alex even brings that up, like, ooh, it's a power move. Being like, so she says no, and oh boy, does she say it with a lot of words.
A lot of words.
Like, to the point where I actually got uncomfortable and said, I can't believe the editors kept all of this in.
It probably wasn't even the whole speech either.
Which is what that means, right? The fact that they showed us that much means it was even longer, probably. Alex deserved it. I think the editors feel that Alex deserved it, but it almost went on for so long that I felt uncomfortable for her. But she made some excellent points. She called his integrity into question, basically said if this was me a year ago, I would have ignored all the red flags. And she's looking him in the face being like, and the red flags are you. I would have ignored the lies, but like lying is a non-negotiable for me. I expect integrity. I feel like I've grown as a person. I hope you've grown from a person from this, but like it's no. And then at the end, she says, saying no to you today is a win, and walks away.
Again, bait and switch.
Yeah.
And her dad looks so happy.
Oh, he's like charmed. The few seconds Alex gets to speak after that being like, I respect your opinion.
So fake.
Just has to be I have to put on the appearance of being level-headed at all times. Like, do you think he goes home and like punches a punching bag with her face on it? Like, he's got to be that American psycho that does something crazy when he's alone in a room to get that rage out.
He's probably just, I gotta go. And he goes somewhere.
Like, screams. And like goes into those silent rooms at Google and screams, the soundproof workrooms.
And he said that he would have been a no.
Yes.
So
Well, hey, I would have been a no anyway.
yeah, and he in like the post, we're gonna give everybody a 30-second recap. He even says like, "Well, love isn't blind." Like
You basically said he's not attracted to her.
yes, he looks are too important to him for this to have worked out.
Yeah, he's like, I know for some people it doesn't matter. For me, it matters.
Then why?
Why?
Well, I have my thoughts that I'd like to sum up at the end.
Why are you
So
here?
there's another no. So we're 1 for 5.
His mom is so mad.
So
She's like,
mad.
she just called you a liar in front of everyone. Yeah, but I know that I'm not. And then he and all of his friends, they cheers to his integrity. Like, so how does he have the people around him fooled? Well, we know who you really are.
Them.
They're not even actually his friends.
And then we get to our final couple.
Oh my gosh.
I still don't know her name. Vic and...
Crap.
That's her name? That's
What?
a weird name.
What is
Christine?
her name? I think you just made that up
I
out of
just made
nowhere.
that up.
Did you? Is that her name?
I don't know.
Me either. She up to this point hasn't met his mother, so they're there meeting on the wedding day, which, by the way, that was a Brittany Devante conversation as well. She's like, is that why I haven't met your mother in person? I'm not going to the altar if I haven't met your mother.
That's crazy.
So they are meeting in person. Vic's sister and mother are lovely.
Oh, lovely.
They're basically like, we can't believe he would do something like this. He's such an introvert. This is so out of his wheelhouse. But if he found love, then we support you two. And if you two are sure, that they were just so supportive and just so logical about it.
Yeah.
Like the sister was awesome. The sister officiated,
Yes.
which I love. The wife, I don't know her name, has black friends, which I'm like, wouldn't you feel better as his family if you were like, hey, she has black friends? So it's like, it's not like she knows nothing about the black community, because I know there's been a lot of, and this happens, like, listen, I saw Save the Last Dance. I know there's a lot of controversy when a wonderful black man chooses a white woman. Like, I know that there's a lot of, like, hurt and controversy around that. I think they're getting a lot of flack for that.
Right.
Which is, like, not that... It's the point of Love is Blind.
Yes.
They're the only ones doing Love is Blind right. You're not supposed to talk about race.
Well, let's get to your other point on why we think they'll work out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the sister and mom are still in the room, and they say, they're like, he's such an introvert, we would never expect him to do something like this. And she said, that's exactly what my family says. And she turns around to all the girls getting ready in the room, and she says, would you have ever thought I would go on a reality show like this? And they said, this was not on my bingo card for you. Like, I would have never said this for you. So that's why it works.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about how hard casting is and how you can never go back to the genuineness of it, because there will always be this huge pool of people that are hashtag there for the wrong reasons. Well, if you get two people whose families and friends say, we never thought they'd do something like this, those are the genuine people.
Yes.
And those are the people that this can still work for. And so we get to the altar, and we get a double yes.
Double yes.
These two are in love.
They're the only ones I think will still be together at the reunion.
Do you? Because you made a comment that you thought they weren't even together by the reunion. I will be honestly devastated if they're not together.
I think they have a good chance to make it.
They're the only couple this whole season who I can watch kiss and not get grossed out by, and not feel like it's forced and, like, uncomfortable.
Okay.
Like, they are in love.
So I want to get to my overarching point for this show.
Lay it on me.
So, getting back to what Alex says, how looks are important to him, and we've seen more and more the last few seasons, people talking about looks being...
Especially this season.
Yes. The whole point of coming onto the show, other than obviously
I hate to pause you during your excellent point, but can you please look over at Winnie and see how she is in full triangle mode, like sitting up, but she's falling asleep.
Yes.
On
She
the
was
window
watching
ledge.
Curling a little while ago.
Was she? So maybe she was hypnotized by all
I
the
think
moving
she
rocks.
was.
You need to get down from the ledge before you fall asleep and like fall off of it. I know you're a cat, but you do not have the most grace of any cat. Winifred, get on a stable surface. Look at her. You CB girl. Okay.
So,
Love is Blind, but obviously
last
it's
few
not.
seasons, looks are becoming increasingly important. But the point of the show is to try something different. The whole premise is, and I feel like they've stopped mentioning this, which, again...
Now you're a different show.
Was they would harp on, oh, well, everything you've tried hasn't been working, so you come on Love is Blind to try something completely different.
It worked for Taylor Swift. Her mom was like, obviously what you're doing is not working.
Right.
Like, you're 32 years old, you've dated a lot of men, and you've had your heart broken a lot. Maybe go for a football player.
Right.
Do something different.
So, the last few seasons, they've stopped mentioning that and talking about how important that is, and now we're seeing patterns where if the person you choose is not like the person that is your type,
then you just give up.
Then you give up. But like you don't think to yourself, oh, I'm not married, so maybe that's what's not working. So it's
that's supposed to be the point.
Yes, so it's complete. This show has completely lost its purpose.
I find especially this season, because now we're talking about several couples who the guys have been like, this girl is not my type, so it's not gonna work. And it's freaking beautiful girls. Like, as soon as Chris saw Jessica, like it was gonna be a no.
Yes.
Because she's not his usual type. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's in shape, but she's not in the shape he's used to. So it was never going to be a thing. So if you know that and you look at someone right away, then you're not ready for the show and you're not ready to branch out. Alex, same thing. He doesn't date blonde girls. Ashley is beautiful. So if you can't get past that and be like, no, you know what? I couldn't be physically attracted to her. Then if you have that specific of a type, do not go on this show.
Right.
If you don't feel like you can genuinely try something different. Because obviously you thought you loved this person sight unseen and then you saw them and were like, never mind.
So
immediately.
How important then in casting, they obviously have to make sure that, hey, will you try to be with the person no matter how they look? Like, is look so important to you that you would not...
and it's one thing to be like, oh, I wouldn't date someone 10 years older than me. Fine. There are girls that say, oh, I wouldn't date a man shorter than me. Fine. But if you're talking, I won't date a blonde.
Which, like, okay, let's get into this.
Devontae and Brittany, I won't date a beautiful, like, brown
allegedly
woman.
Racist. So let's get into that deeper with what we talked about earlier in the season. Now, the last few seasons, again, they're not going to have overweight people on the show.
Right.
They're not going to have, like, it.
And if you don't want to date someone overweight, fine. That could be a lifestyle difference. That could be attractiveness difference. But that's what I'm saying. It's not like the men are walking out and being like, here's this morbidly obese woman. Like, it's hair color we're talking about. And it's like, oh, she's not toned enough. It is like the basic superficial shit.
Yes. And
So if your type is that rigid, go home.
And I was thinking about what easy changes I would make to the show to make it better. I think, again, you scrap the marriage
part completely.
The wedding part and the marriage part. Yes, I think it's more, you still have the 30 days, but maybe 30 days to see if you'd like to continue a relationship with them. And then if you get married in the next year, they will pay for the wedding and televise it.
Okay. And then we have potentially specials throughout the year.
Yes. And I think at the end of the year, you do a big reunion, whether anyone gets married or not, and you discuss like how was your 30 days in relation, and if you didn't make it, how was it in relation to your relationships moving forward? Or like after that 30 days, did you connect with the person that was your type before? Like, I think that would be cool. Because the weddings...
Like, follows through on the experiment, because I call it experiment. Follows through on that in an interesting
Make
way.
it an experiment again.
Yeah.
It's not an experiment anymore when you're not required... Like, either require everyone to get married or go to the altar, or don't require... Or just remove that entirely.
Right.
You can't be doing this half and half. If you're not sure, don't go. We'll have the stupid rehearse...
Right, because then Mike shouldn't have gone, and then Ashley shouldn't have gone either, because she looked at her friends and she said, he doesn't love me. I don't even think he liked me. So, like, you can feel that off of him, but y'all still went to the altar? Well, then in that case, anyone should be going to the altar.
Which, like, okay, so let's get back to her, Ashley and Alex. That she actively hurts the show by doing that. What guy is going to see that and say, I want to go sign up for the next season? If I can be berated in front of millions of people.
Even if I deserve it.
Even if I deserve... Why take the chance?
Well, maybe don't be a shit person, and the person won't have anything to say.
Well, what if you're not a shit person and it still happens? Because she doesn't like one... Like, she's Brie.
Like the Clementine issue?
Yes, that... Or your house looks too frat boy, so I'm going to tear you apart for not being...
I know, but no one... Yeah, I mean, definitely embarrassing for Connor for sure, but I don't think there's anyone watching who's, like, sending Connor hate because he has a keg in the backyard. You know? But I get what you're saying. It's embarrassing to stand in front of your family and friends, and...
What if your job starts, people are telling us you were sexist on the show. Now we have
you have to be prepared for your life to be ruined. Yes. That's any reality show
So
now.
I think that it would affect guys more than girls, and I think that is one of the
genuine people certainly as well, I think, maybe. And yeah, so that's a factor you always bring up that I don't consider, but yeah, that probably stops a lot of regular people from going on, being like, oh my gosh, like, that would ruin my life if that happened to me.
Right. And so, yes, I understand why Alex was being all generic responses in that case.
Well, because you don't want to look bad. What are you going to do? You're not going to blow up at her.
Which is why
you're not going to, take digs at her.
It's going to be useless in the reunion next week. He's just going to be the same way. He's going to be...
selling himself.
Generic responses. It's...
A nomad.
Her right to do, to say all that,
which he doesn't feel at all.
Right. Because he's not going to want to blow up.
Right.
Because then he'd be
he's just going to, kill someone someday.
Yes.
When he snaps.
Yes. So I don't think there's hope for this show moving forward. The longer it goes on, we're
talking about it.
Yes.
And we love it. And we tune in and we watch it as soon as it comes out. I still would
like it to be canceled. And replaced by something that's...
just let it exist, but churn out more dating shows. We've talked about that.
Then get a new host. Well, if you got new hosts, I would be happier. It hinges on this reunion. If this is a dud of a reunion with all the content they have...
Yes.
If they don't take advantage, I'm done.
There were rumors that Chris was not going to be there. He is there.
Yes.
With his, long, slicked back, blonde frickin' hair. Dude. Oh, frickin' Elf on the Shelf, motherfucker.
Do you think... Some people have said that... Oh, wow. Now I don't remember exactly what it was. The friend he was meeting initially, the night he didn't come home or come back, was Brie.
Well, then, I mean, that's a 15-minute segment right there, if that is what happened.
But...
if they met behind the scenes during the filming of it all, that's the shit I live for.
Right. And she just, kept that a secret the whole time. I don't know. There are questions, so much content for them to go over, and we're going to waste time
asking Alexis how she feels about her divorce.
Yes. I don't care about the old couples.
Bring them back to sit in the audience, put the camera on them a couple times, but don't have full-blown conversations with them. Or if they have, if it's someone who is beloved by the fans and you think will have excellent insight about something, even ask their opinion about what's happening on the stage, but keep it about what's happening on the stage.
Fundamental differences. Alexis and
that dude.
She was...
Why? Because she's a spoiled...
Yes, she was born with money. He wasn't. They were never going to work. He resented her over it.
I feel like you can reconcile that, though. You don't think you can reconcile
he couldn't.
Financial... Yeah, no. True.
I think,
it depends on the perspective of...
You could tell it was not going to work for him.
Yeah.
That's... Again, I think that probably played a big role in Alex and Ashley. I don't think he liked her coming from money because of her family. He's being a nomad. The dad's interrogating him about basically being unemployed.
Oh, but he's going to have a phenomenal house in Florida.
And a trust in Dubai, whatever.
A trust in Dubai and a safe house in New Zealand. What are you talking about? Why do you need a safe house?
I don't understand that.
Why is your trust in Dubai?
Definitely not now. You don't want that.
Okay. Let's go watch curling. I love watching Love is Blind with you. This makes me want to watch another season. If there's one international season we should watch, what is it? We've watched several of them. What have we watched? Have we watched them all? No. There's no way.
There's a new one that people were watching.
Is there?
Is it France? I think it was France.
Mon Dieu, c'est bon. No.
You can't keep averaging one
out of 7.
1 out of 7.
If you're counting how many couples made it out of the pods that they showed us, it's 7. Well, 2 out of 7. You don't think
there's no way Amber and Jordan are together.
Right, yeah.
If they made
you felt that before we saw the preview.
If they made it 6 months, I would be shocked.
Oh, I don't even say they ended up living together officially.
I said I think once the show's over and you lose your shared space that they were renting for you, he is not going to give up his city living.
And that's so true this season that they had to bring people from 3 different cities. So, you might be several hours apart.
Right. Again, that's why I don't think any of these couples are we're just going to stay together. There are rumors that Connor and Breezy are still together.
That would blow my mind, literally. Blow my literal mind.
Yes. And that she's madly, deeply fallen for him now at this point. So we'll see.
She only liked him because he liked her.
Yes.
Which, I guess you can grow a relationship from that. Someone can have the stronger feelings
maybe
first.
Now that the cameras were over, she did actually turn into a good person. I don't know. We'll see next week at the stupid reunion that isn't until late Wednesday night for some reason.
Listen, please be respectful of us in late time zones.
But it's on at 9:00 Eastern. That's not respectful of anyone's time zones.
We're really not respectful of us.
Yes.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Please like and share and subscribe or whatever.
Yeah.
We love you. Bye.